Talamoana Warriors, what is up, guys? Question: have you ever had one of those games of Magic where you just sit back and think to yourself, man, it was a good game of Magic? If you're at maybe your LGS and you're playing in a Friday Night Magic and you may lose, but you know what? It was a great game of Magic. It was back and forth, tit for tat. Maybe life totals came down to 1-1, 3-1. Maybe he had some kind of strange, weird, off-the-wall win con, utilizing like happily ever after or something insane. And you just think to yourself, I'm not even mad. I'm impressed. Well played, sir. Or ma'am. That's the type of game of Magic that we had tonight. That I had, it was one of those games of Magic where I was like, you know what? We're going to make a video with this. Because, GG. That was just a really good game of Magic. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into it. Ooh. Alright, so opening hand, I am not generally a biggest fan of keeping something like this. But I go ahead and do it just to see what happens. I mean, having two Mayhem Devils off the bat, with a Cauldron Familiar, and then as soon as I see the Goose, I think to myself, I made a mistake. You need to have a solid curve when it comes to matching up against the food decks, and we are going to be struggling. That's what at least my initial assumption was food. Then I see this, and I think to myself, okay, maybe it's not food. Maybe it's some type of gruel. And then I see Risen Reef, and I'm like, oh, elementals. We can come back from this. So we do pull into the Blood Crypt. My initial thoughts are to Mayhem Devil into Fabled to ping Risen Reef. That's my initial thoughts right here. I'm assuming it's going to resolve. We don't see a whole lot of counter magic in elementals, but still. We do see Domri come out. Probably going to ping Goose versus Cat to get rid of Cat. Kind of actually works out well for us because we don't really need that Cat. We can always bring it back later. So we go ahead and ping for 3. Now, important note, he leaves his Fabled Passage unpopped, unfetched. So we go ahead and get our Risen. Now, normally what he needs to do is, in response, pop Fabled Passage. That's going to be a big oops right there. Oh, speak of the devil. Because now that Mayhem Devil is resolved, if he pops that Fabled Passage, I can go ahead and ping his Risen Reef or his Domri and kill either one of them. So now he just can't pop it until he does something about either Mayhem Devil or beefing up his creatures. Domri should have been in response. A little bit of an oops on his part. Domri's going to go ahead and do a +1 for a red mana source. We're going to get the Once Upon a Time out. I got a feeling he's probably going to sack Risen Reef and pull out like a questing beast or something. So we see the God Eternal here. Kill the Goose. The Goosey boys. Now we have Fabled Passage here with another Mayhem Devil. So I think either way we should be pretty decent in that aspect of it. Neoform. So he does end up neoforming, getting rid of Risen Reef. We get 2 points of damage from both the food being popped and Risen Reef being sacked. So we're going to go ahead and just clear Domri. And it's going to trigger Mayhem Devil for a 3rd time. I don't believe we're going to have a 4th ping. So I'm just going to go face here with the 3rd ping of damage. He's going to do his little fetch land. And we're going to get Mayhem Devil out and prepare ourselves for potential questing beast. Does he get it out here? I think he might. He does. And it does come in with a counter too, doesn't it? Yes, it does. 5/5. Wonderful. So now we got to start doing math. We have a Rankle in hand, so we got to start figuring out how are we going to clear both geese as well as in order to take out the questing beast there. We hang back. I think we go ahead and just sit in our Fabled Passage until we can get the second one out, and then we can do not necessarily a board wipe, but a little bit of a board wipe. Spark double, so we're going to see another questing beast come out with an additional 1/1 counter on it. So it's going to be a 5/5 as well. Now, normally 2 Fabled Passages with 2 devils clear questing beast, but being that they do have a counter on it, that means this just might call for Rankle. Excuse me. I apologize, guys, for coughing in and around your eardrums this fine evening. So we go ahead and take it down to 1 life, guys. 1. I think about it. Wait, do we pop this now? Mathematicals tells me it would be better to have 2 Fables on the board. Now I'm gonna be doing a lot of math here. I do see that Chandra's online too, and that's an additional 4 points of damage from both of those elementals being sacked. So I kind of think to myself, so we're going to get 2 points from Fabled Passage, 2 points from the other Fabled Passage. That's 4 off the bat. And then an additional 4 from Chandra. So 8 points of damage distributed. All we could really do is clear Gilded Goose with the initial 4. And then the other 4 is sort of useless. So I then start to think to myself, okay, we can clear Gilded Goose. We have 2 Rankles in hand, so that means we can actually sack one of our Rankles when we do the trade. Keeping both Mayhem Devils online. So what I'm thinking is we clear both geese, and then we get Rankle. Then we trade a Rankle for a questing beast. And then we block with one of our devils when he swings with questing beast. And you know what? Rankle is also going to get rid of the God Eternal in his hand as well. So because each opponent discards a card. So we're going to ping him there. We can't obviously do the card draw because then we would die. So each player sacks and each player discards a card. We're going to go ahead and get rid of our Overgrown Tomb here. Gets rid of his God Eternal. And then we actually sack Rankle. Questing Beast is just so good. And then we just go face here. One, two, three, 4. Alright, so what did he top deck into? Because that's huge at that point. I think about double blocking, clearing Questing Beast that way, and then I'm like, wait a second. We don't need to do that. We just need to block. We just need to lose 1 Mayhem Devil. Because then we have the Rankle coming out. Oh, Oko, Thief of Crowns. So we're gonna lose our devil here. No more pings of damage, but it's okay. We still have our Rankle trade-off. Now, something we can do though is now that Mayhem Devil is sort of useless, we can go ahead and just sacrifice him. I think about hitting Oko, but we need to get rid of this Questing Beast. So each player sacks a creature. He has no cards in hand, so otherwise that'd be kind of useless to do. We keep Rankle as well because if there is something of importance coming out, then we have a means of getting rid of it. So he makes a food token. Something we do have to be mindful of is the fact that he can do something with that. With that food token, I think his -5 ability is trade. So we do have to be mindful that he could, in fact, take our Rankle. I think I punt right here. I'm supposed to swing I'm supposed to use Chandra's ability, get our 2 elemental creatures, and then hit him with it, or at the very least hit Oko with it. but I forget. I forget to do Chandra's ability. So there's a little minor punt there. He would have been down to 1 life. And then we could have, I don't know, kind of set ourselves up better for next turn. So I just end up ticking her up, if anything. He's thinking about it. He's like, I want that Rankle. I want him now. I think he takes him. And it actually is unfortunate for us because then Rankle is 1 CMC higher to be able to use Claim the Firstborn on him. Yep. Gilded Goose. Sure. Yep, there it is. And see, that's where our 1 point of damage difference could have been. Is just doing Chandra, Priest, -2, boom, would have been dead. Cat. Well, I think I sat on the cat just in case we drew into a Mayhem Devil. I think that was my reasoning behind it. Now we do have to play around the fact that he does have a food, so we're actually looking at 6 life right now for him. Alright, so we target him. We actually probably should have claimed the Firstborn and taken the Goose. So that way it would have guaranteed 2 damage getting through. Another minor punt there. Go ahead, ping him. So we're gonna have to Goose. No? Maybe not? I could have swore I took the Goose. Go ahead. Sack the creatures. He does his life total. Gains 3, loses 2, goes down to 2. That's right. Because of Priest, we actually get to draw a card. And our opportunity ooh. So we go into an oven. And then do we drop the forest? I think we do. So close. Had we had that, had we swung with those elementals earlier, for one, had we taken the Goose, swung with both elementals this turn, so that's 2 punts right there. 2 punts, he would have been dead. Because then we could have just cat just now. If he was down to 1 life, we could have cat, and he would have been dead. I think we eat the food here. So we lose our cat. Brings us up to 5. He could Rankle and do the draw card ability too. I don't know if he does. That's kind of what I'm expecting. Yes, it puts him to 1 life as well. So he just says discard a card. So yeah, that Claim the Firstborn would have been used, should have been used on the Gilded Goose. See a Leafkin. That's why he didn't do the card draw, because he can only block 1 of the elementals. And he eats his food. Okay, so I'm thinking to myself, how are we gonna get out of this? What can we do to survive another Rankle? Thinking I could do a claim, take the Leafkin. Doesn't help us much. We could get some card draw, doing 2 elementals and priest. He blocks 1 of them, so he goes down to 4 life. We go ahead and do the priest. He's gonna get pinged for 2 damage, or 2 life lost. And then we draw a card. This is what it comes down to, guys. This right here. And we top deck into the Bonecrusher Giant for the victory. That was one of those... Step into the office for a second, guys. That was one of those matches where, to be completely honest, we didn't deserve the win. Mainly because we punted twice. We should have claimed the goose. Would have gotten him down to 1. Cycled the cat. Had lethal. And then before the tick up with Chandra, it was twice that we gave him the game. If we just happened to top deck into a wonderful victory there. But without, all that aside, it was just a good game of Magic. We were tit for tat, pinging each other for damage. He was taking my creatures. I was doing all kinds of things with priests and Mayhem Devils. And it was just good. It was an overall good game of Magic. I really wanted to share it with you guys because I'm sure you guys would get a kick out of good games of Magic too. So here's my social medias. @KevinRaisins is my Twitter. Make sure you guys follow me over there. See whenever I drop new videos, whenever I go live on Twitch. Speaking of Twitch, twitch.tv/Scottoria is my live streams. I do also live stream to the U.S. Army's esports channel. Twitch.tv/US Army Esports, all one word. And then Instagram. I'm new to Instagram. Make sure y'all show me some love on there. USAE_Scottoria. I'm not very, I don't like to take pictures all the time, but I'm trying to get better at it. And then if there's a deck you want to see that you've been home brewing that you want me to make a video on, join my Discord server. One of these days I'm going to remember to put it up here. Discord.gg/thekillsquad, all one word. It's going to be down in the description down below as well. I have a deck list channel there. Post it. Post your social medias because I'll give you a shout out on a video as well as in the description down below. And U.S. Army Esports. If you're active duty or reserve, join the Discord for U.S. Army Esports. Discord.gg/US Army Esports. It's going to be down below in the description as well. We have a plethora of different games and MTG team. And yeah, it's a really cool opportunity. Anyway, see you guys again very soon.